Dark Souls boss tier list? That might be a good one, actually. Just gotta wait till they all load. So, Dark Souls boss tier list. God, I've played through this game a lot, so I think I have a pretty good idea of some good where these bosses should be. I think I might be probably the highest quality source of this information. So, first of all, right off the bat, Half-Light is scuffed is just not the word I would use. That seems a little British for me. I'm gonna change this one to miserable because this is the miserable tier. This is probably the worst experience you will ever have with a boss fight because this is the worst designed boss fight possibly ever in a Souls game, in a Dark Souls game. Yorm, I'm gonna put at A tier. We need an S tier. We're gonna have to make an S tier for sure. At or above. This is gonna be S tier. Yorm, I say is A tier. I know he is a gimmick boss, but Yorm is cool. It's unique. I don't know. I think the lore behind him is awesome, and I think that he is a really fun fight. Actually, I really like him. S tier fights. Let me see. First S tier fight. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know which one. I don't know. Uh, yeah, yeah. Slave Knight Gale is an S tier fight, especially just knowing like, oh, the lore is so good. S tier fight. Aldrich. Oh my gosh, I want to put Aldrich at A tier too. Okay, Yorm is gonna have to drop down because I'm gonna have to put Aldrich here. Aldrich is so good. Abyss Watchers is S tier. Abyss Watchers is Aldrich and Abyss Watchers both took me so long to beat, but they've come to be some of my favorites ever. Champion Gundyr, I'm gonna put him D tier actually because he just feels. I mean, he's cool when you think about the lore and stuff, but it's sad that we don't really see anything unique. We actually see pretty much less of him. I know he's like more aggressive, but we don't have the cool snake stuff that comes out of Udex. So I'll put Udex. It's Udex. I'll put at B tier. Actually, he's a fun fight. Um, Another really horrible fight. I think I know a lot of people may disagree with me on this. Demon Princes. Uh, those are terrible. Actually hate those. Pontiff Sullivan, I think F tier actually. I actually could not stand his fight. I think he's horrible. Crystal Sage, I'll put D tier. It's kind of fun, but it's also kind of really annoying. Um, let's see, Sister Freda. I'm gonna be honest. I think I only fought Sister Freda like once. But I know she's held in high regard, so far that I'll give her A tier. I can't give her S tier personally, just because. I mean, Osiris. I'll give Osiris. I don't know. I'll give him C tier. He's unique enough, but he's not anything super special. I think he's better than these two fights, but I don't think he's as good as these. Midir. Oh my gosh. Gosh. There's so many like that I feel like I want to put S tier, and oh, it's stressful. Deacons of the Deep. I'm gonna be honest. I'll put him C tier. I actually like the Deacons of the Deep fight. I thought it was interesting and cool. And I know it's another kind of gimmicky fight, but I thought it was cool. Ancient Wyvern. That's F tier, just because it's just not cool. Like that's a gimmick that doesn't hold up for me personally. Cursed Rod at Greatwood. This one is actually pretty fun. I like this one. I'll put this one at B tier actually. I might need to order each row. Ponta Sullivan is better than this one, yeah. And Demon Prince is better than Half-Light, but yeah. So I'll make it best to worst. Yorm, Udex, Cursed Rod at Greatwood. I'm actually pretty confident with this one. Sister Frayed, like I said, I don't really know Sister Frayed enough, so. And I prefer Osiris over this one. And yeah, okay, so this is pretty good so far. Slave Knight Gale is probably my favorite of all time. Midir, I'm going to put. Oh my gosh, Midir is such a good fight, but oh my gosh, it's so tough. I'm gonna put it S tier, but I'm going to put it after Abyss Watchers because it's fantastic, but it's also borderline miserable at the same time because it's just so tough and takes so long. Um, let's see, Dragon Slayer armor. Dragon Slayer armor is great fight, um, but not quite the spectacle of like Aldrich. Another A tier fight. I think actually I think Soul of Cinder is A tier. I don't think it's quite S tier, just because there is some kind of annoyances that I have with the fight. But I do think this is a fantastic final boss regardless. Really, Slave Knight Gale's the final boss to be honest. But Dance of the Boreal Valley, also A tier. Used to hate this boss, but seriously grew on me. Actually, Twin Princes. I wanted to save this one for a little bit later, but I mean we're kind of getting to the bottom now. Twin Princes. I put them right after Slave Knight Gale because Twin Princes is so freaking good. Vort. He's a classic one, but I mean I don't like him as much as Gundyr. But he's good still. Nameless King. Gosh, I don't know where I'd put the Nameless King. Because the Nameless King is not. I don't find personally that the Nameless King is very fun to fight. I think he's very cool and it's a fun challenge. I mean, like the challenge is the fun part, but I don't think that he's actually. I don't really have fun fighting him actually. So I'll put him A tier because he's a cool fight, and I mean the challenges elevates him really. Um, Old Demon King. I think Old Demon King's really cool. I'll put him B tier. High Lord Wolnir. This is a gimmick fight that doesn't work quite as well, I think, as Yorm. This fight is literally over, at least for me, every time in like 2 minutes max. I don't know where to put him. I really don't. I'll I'll put D tier because it's fine. It's not horrible, but it's nothing really exciting, you know. Um, Champion Gravetender. I fought this boss once also. I don't really remember much of how I feel about it, but I want to say I was really aggravated whenever the wolf came in while I was still fighting the guy. I might be wrong about that. I don't really quite remember, but I do think that it's a cool fight. I think the setting's cool, and fighting wolves is just awesome, especially a big wolf. So I'll put Champion Gravetender at B tier. I feel pretty comfortable with this. I think this is a pretty good list actually. Um, yeah. So that's it. If you agree with me or disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Curse me out if you need to, if it angered you that badly. But yeah, just let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed watching, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I post a lot of random stuff, and I kind of want to start making more tier lists. So if you enjoyed this one, stick around, and there might be some more that you might be interested in. So thank you for watching. That's about it, and hopefully see you next time. Thank you.